To be honest, there are a number of things that can destroy your executive presence: lying, constantly cancelling meetings, taking credit for someone else's work, just to name a few. But there is one specific thing that will destroy your executive presence more than anything else. It's a thing that you are probably ignoring, like 90% of other emerging leaders out there. And by ignoring it is probably preventing you from building the executive presence that you want and getting the opportunities that you want. Just so you know, those successful leaders and executives that you look up to have already identified and uncovered what this element is. And for them, it has helped propel them into promotions, high-level projects, and lucrative pay rises. So what do they know that you don't? Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you what this one powerful concept is. Then I'm going to show how you can harness it. But let's start with the basics. Can you guess what these three things are that you need to develop to build a solid executive presence? It's your outfit, body language, and communication. Your entire executive presence is built on these three elements. Now, let me paint a scenario for you. Imagine you are standing outside of your office building waiting for a coworker to meet you lunch. You're gazing at the people who are walking by on the street. You see a man dressed in a dark, formal suit. You assume he has an important meeting to go to. Maybe he's a lawyer. You notice he's walking fast with large strides, so you assume he is focused and he's certain. Then he stops to ask you for directions, but he approaches you meekly and he asks in a shy kind of way,
"Excuse me, I don't mean to bother you, but would you be able to tell me where Bradford Square is?"
So what happened in this situation? You originally formed the impression that this person was confident and certain through his outfit and through his body language, but then when he approached you and when he spoke, his communication didn't seem to match the impression you had originally formed about him. He didn't seem to be confident, he didn't seem to be certain or sure of himself, even though his outfit and body language conveyed the impression that he was. Basically, his executive presence was inconsistent. His outfit and body language conveyed one message, his communication conveyed another message to you. It wasn't in sync. These elements of his executive presence were not in sync. And this led you to question the original impression that you formed about him and to wonder whether he was really confident at all. You see, for your executive presence to work, all three elements, your outfit, your body language, your communication, they need to be in sync. They need to convey the same message. Otherwise, people will get confused. When people get confused, they start to lose trust in you. You appear untrustworthy to them because they don't really know who you are. They don't know if they can trust the impression they originally formed about you. And this will cause all of their future interactions with you to be done on a very cautious level. All this happens because you've broken the executive presence chain by being inconsistent with just one of these elements. Inconsistency can show up in many more ways than what I've shared in this video. If your outfit is confident but your body language is not confident, this will lead to inconsistency. If your body language is confident but your communication is hesitant, this will lead to inconsistency and will break that chain for your executive presence. And it doesn't have to be about confidence either. I was just using confidence as an example for this video, but your executive presence can communicate a number of different values that you want it to communicate. And if those values are inconsistent in any way that you communicate through your body language, your outfit, or your communication, then that will lead people to be confused, lack of trust in you, and then damage your executive presence. So where does this leave you? How can you be consistent with your executive presence so you can convey the image, the impression, and develop the reputation that you want? There are three things that I'm going to share with you right now in this video. Number one, get clear on how you want others to perceive you. What do you want other people to say about you when you leave the room? Because they can say all sorts of things to you, to your face while you're in the room, but when you leave the room, that's when the truth comes out. Think about this. Do you want people to say that you are confident, credible, intelligent, creative, or something else? This is entirely up to you. get out a piece of paper and start to brainstorm some words, descriptive words, adjectives of how you want people to describe you. What do you want them to say when you leave the room? Aim for 3 to 7 words. Number 2, choose an outfit, body language, and communication style that aligns with those words. Let's say in the first step, you want your executive presence to say that you are authoritative. Well, in order to achieve this, you will want to choose an outfit that is formal, that is perhaps in a darker color, that is a lot more conservative. You will want to use good body language when you interact with other people, so use good posture, keep your shoulders back, keep your head high, and just look confident overall. You will also want to use assertive communication instead of passive communication. All of these things together, remember, they're the 3 elements of your executive presence, will help you convey the authoritative image that you want. Let's say you want your executive presence to say that you are approachable. For your outfit, you'll want to choose lighter colors, softer fabrics, less structured and harsh kind of suits. For your body language, you will want to use open body language. You'll want to smile. You want to appear approachable and relaxed through your body language. And for your communication, you will want to use empathetic communication. So ask more questions, get people involved in discussions, ask for their suggestions. So are you starting to see how you have so much control over these 3 elements of your executive presence? And therefore, you have so much control over your executive presence overall. Number 3, watch for feedback and tweak if necessary. As you build your executive presence, you might detect that some things aren't working. You might not be getting the reactions or the responses from other people that you want. You might realize that they don't see you as authoritative, or they don't see you as approachable like you hoped or like you had planned. If that is the case, you need to watch for the feedback that they give you. Watch for their reactions to you. How do they respond when you ask them questions or when you interact with them? And you need to make tweaks to these elements of your executive presence as necessary. So make some tweaks to your outfit, to your body language, or to your communication style as well, until you reach the type of executive presence that you want, and the reactions and responses of other people are exactly in line with what you are looking for. Analyzing how people respond and interact with you is really the best way to do that, and it's really all about analyzing your executive presence, which I go through in much more detail in this video right here. If you got something valuable from this video, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.